All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Podrace podcast. Today, we are going to start talking about Maul Shadow Lord. It ended a couple weeks ago, so we're a couple weeks removed from the show, but we're going to actually dive into the final thoughts of it. We've both officially seen the whole thing, and maybe at the end, we'll just talk about some Mando predictions because this is a last minute episode before Mando. Um, but let's start with Maul. Um, I so I finished it when it first came out. Um, and we'll try and bounce off each other here, but I think the show is probably the best top two or three best thing Disney has done since they've taken over. If we went through and ranked all the shows, I think it's up there at the top of the list. If it's not one, it's two. And I mean,
I would
we'll bounce. Go ahead.
I'd probably agree with you. I'm gonna while you're talking, I'm just gonna look up every single project so I can compare it real quick.
Yeah. So
I don't think it's I think it's definitely gonna be in the top three. Which
yeah. So for me, if I was ranking, it's hard for me to rank Clone Wars season 7 because one, it's not really a Disney thing, even though they made it, they didn't originate it, like they didn't create it.
yeah,
Um, and it really is only four good episodes out of 8 or 12 there. But the
was it the
four
same team from the Clone Wars before? I never looked into. Was it the same exact team that made the Clone Wars before
animation
Disney
team,
did? Yeah, like the same team that before season 7, or was it a whole different team?
I don't know. I mean, I know it's still the top guy. I know it's still Filoni at the helm. I would assume he kept his Lucasfilm animation crew.
Okay,
So
I was just
I'm
curious.
gonna assume it's them. Um,
Okay,
but I'm gonna rewatch Andor 1 and 2 to really get a good opinion on it. But I think people would put Andor right there with it or above it. Um, and then I can't put Mando over it because of season 3. Now, if you want to
I was gonna
eliminate
say I would
season
put 1 and
three,
2 over it.
1 and 2, I'm putting it's again it's right there, but 3 I can't put it up there over with
Yeah.
3. So if I separate those, it's a different argument. And then the rest of the shows are under it for me.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list. I mean, there's definitely been, unfortunately, a little bit
Of
more of
sinkers.
a yeah. Um, I mean, I think
I
Rebels is good, but I'm not gonna put that over it.
Yeah, it's not over Rebels. Um, I guess to start with Maul, I thought what they did really well, and we'll get into the finale episode specifically, but we said this the last time too, or I said this at least the last time. I thought they balanced the characters really well. Now, they've done stuff like Kenobi where Reva takes it over and it's the Reva show. They've done it with other characters. I think, and like Bo Katan in season 3 of Mando became the Bo Katan show. I thought, even with like Lawson being a main character in this show, I didn't think he like overtook Maul at all. Like, I thought they balanced everybody well and they all like jived well in the show together. Like they all bounced off each other and had a good purpose. I didn't think anybody like any character was too prominent to where they shouldn't have been.
I also thought what they did really well with Lawson too, and just in general on a show like Maul, and your focus on Darth Maul and this Sith Jedi. When you cut to a cop plot, basically, you're like, I just want to get back to Maul and everything going on there, but I never really fully
I
felt
never felt
that. Like, I
that.
thought Lawson was really well done, really great
Yeah.
character and good performance. And while obviously we're watching the show for Maul and everything out of that, seeing that side of the story was also really great. And seeing one of my favorite parts of the show is like how adamant and seeing that planet like really demand the Empire, like trying to avoid the Empire showing up as much as possible
Yeah.
until inevitably they do.
It shows how much how some planets in the galaxy really do not like the Empire, even though it doesn't seem that way. Like you think everybody is like committed to it because they don't know who Palpatine really is, but like it shows that like everybody out there is not fully on board with what they do, and not everybody believes the Jedi were traitors because they do say that in the show. So I think they do
And
that
his
well.
ex-wife works for them, works
Yeah,
for the Empire.
but that's another thing too. Is like they do it, and they do this at Andor too, where like it's almost just like government workers. Like they're just normal people that serve a role in the empire. They're so low down the totem pole that they don't know what goes on up top. Like it'd just be like your parent going to work. Like I think I like that they kind of show that. So
Yeah.
that was really interesting. I did like I thought was what was really dark was when they took the chief officer and interrogated her, and like she disappears, and then you find out she basically just got killed. Like I thought that was a super dark path, and I was glad they took it because she was kind of like a cool character, and the fact that they were willing to do that to make a statement about the Empire was really I liked that.
Yeah, I also kind of bouncing off that one of the characters that I really liked too um had like a scene with that like oh the she's just like being interrogated at Two Boots.
Yeah.
I thought I really liked that character as well. Just it was done like a
Did
droid
you?
done well again. But
Yeah. Did you kind of hate when he like turned them in though?
yeah, but I that's kind of what his like programming was, so I kind of understand in a
Yeah.
sense.
The one thing I will question with that is, he's a droid, so he's supposed to be obedient and programmed a certain way. And I just didn't quite understand how for 6 episodes he was not like deviating and like thinking emotionally about whether calling the Empire is the right thing. And then as soon as he does and he sees them, he has like a change of heart, even though he's a droid. And he's like, maybe I shouldn't have done this. And like, I'm going to protect Riley and Lawson. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it
Maybe
was
he,
just I guess that relationship with Lawson and
yeah,
just
but
that's how
so,
it kind of flips the switch.
yeah, I mean, I thought they were trying to build that he's a droid and that he's going to be this way, and then they kind of change it. But it's such a minute issue in the show. I don't think it mattered too much. Um, I thought Devin and Docky were great characters as well.
Dude, I didn't realize it was a State Farm guy until not State Farm, the
Allstate.
Allstate guy until you told me. And I was like, dude, I recognize that voice.
I heard it episode 1, and I was like, I gotta look up the cast. Who is this voice? And it was him, and I was like, there's no fucking way. That's awesome. I didn't know he was in. Remember the Send Help thing?
Yeah, he was
I
one
didn't
of the
realize he
like
was like an actor
CEOs or
like
something
that.
like that. Yeah, he's like a bunch of minor roles in here and there, but all I know him is like anytime I see him, like
Allstate
that's the
guy.
Allstate guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even know. Don't even know his name. Um,
I did really like his character too, and him and Devin's relationship. And then, I mean, if we want to, we can cut to the end
yeah, I
if you
mean
want,
that's
or
what
if we.
everybody cares about. Um,
Well, I was like him, his demise. I thought was I didn't expect it to go that way,
are you talking about
but
Docky?
yeah,
Yeah,
but really, Maul's ultimate plan succeeded in the end because he really just wanted to train
yeah.
Devin.
They again do a good job of like really making you like Maul and thinking like there's a shot this dude's pretty good, and then all of a sudden he flips a switch and like you realize no, he actually really is evil. Like don't trust him because he pushes Docky into Vader.
Yeah, and
So
her like instant like her turn makes a lot of sense, but it was still also caught me by surprise a little bit.
yeah, I mean I don't know if she's fully turned, but she's definitely leaning that way because of what happened, which is I mean it was cool to see. Um,
I'm sure in season
especially
two we might get her balancing it and trying to fight against it.
yeah, there'll
Maybe
probably be
stay.
like an internal battle of like this isn't what my master would have wanted, but this is what I need to do. So whatever they decide to do with that, I'm very interested. Hopefully we get it soon because it sounds like it should be within the next year, probably this time next year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it will take too long to do.
Because that is a problem with the new shows is like Ahsoka took taking 3 or 4 years at this point to come out with the second
Yeah, I didn't
season.
realize it came out that long ago, but
Yeah,
yeah, like
23.
that's kind of ridiculous. Not gonna
It
lie.
kills my hype for the next season of a show when it takes 4 years to get it.
And you only get what 8 episodes, and it's like, all
Yeah,
right, like
it's lame, and it's like we're so far gone past COVID now. Like there really shouldn't be an excuse for that. So I don't know what
the
holds up.
elongated stretch you're saying.
Yeah, like there's no reason for these shows to take 4 years between release. Even 2 years, I think, is like obnoxious.
It's like
I mean,
the
it's
Stranger Things curse and them taking forever. Granted, some of these shows were affected by the actors strike, but at the same time, they're just like
yeah,
taking all this time. Like people complain about Invincible and the animation, but at least they're releasing. I'd rather get a season every year than and have a little bit
yeah,
lower
and
animation quality
I
than.
guess it's easier with animation than that because Bad Batch was coming out year after year. So that's I guess it's
But we used
different.
to get it,
But
like I know they were different scripts, shorter shows. So we used to get like 20, 30 episode seasons every year of shows. I know they were like comedies, but
of like
like yeah, like
any you talking
sitcoms
any
and stuff.
show?
Like sitcoms and stuff. I know it's a different less money and different scripts and stories, but
Yeah, I mean
still.
it's a different time, but I think you still get that. They're less
Well, I'm talking about with
prominent.
this. Well, I'm talking about with like any
Oh,
like
are
big
you
TV shows in general.
like you're thinking like Law and Orders and shit like that?
Um, I mean, how many episodes do they have per season now?
About 20. They
I
run
mean,
like Law and Order runs from October to May. It just ended last week. They're on season 28 now.
I feel like
But
Law and Order's like kind of
an exception.
alone on that though. Like I don't see
I
many,
don't know. I mean,
like any of these streaming shows, you're not getting more than 10 episodes in a
well, that's
season.
the thing. These streaming shows are that way. But if you look at like the Chicago Fire, Med, PD shows, the Law and Orders, I mean, you could even go to Young Sheldon, which is now Georgie and Mandy. Like, there are TV shows and there are sitcoms, like the one with Matt LeBlanc. I forget what that one's called. There's the one with Tim Allen. Is that Man with a Plan? Like, they do exist, but I don't know if they're as big as they used to be 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Did you
streaming has
see,
just killed it.
not to like go off of Maul, but did you see the new Stewart show, the spinoff of Big
Dude, it
Bang
looks
Theory?
terrible.
With the girl from Spider-Man 3. I forget her name. She's in the show because she's a comic store worker for him.
I don't understand like why the Sheldon verse, and that's the one show
The
you'd make.
Sheldon
But
verse.
I mean, that's basically what it is.
Yeah, the Big Bang verse. Um, but back to Maul. Um, do you think the Vader inclusion is a cop out? I saw this debate online. Do you think it's a cop out for the show to end with him, or do you think it worked?
A cop out in what way? Like the
Like, do
nostalgia
you think it
bait
was just
factor of it?
not nostalgia bait, but do you think it was like an easy conclusion for them, or do you think they could have ended it with a Maul centered? Because it almost like puts Maul in the back seat for those two episodes, where it's like we all know Vader's coming, and this is the final boss, no matter what. Like it's not Maul, it's Vader.
I mean,
I'm not saying
I
I
could,
agree with that,
I
but
can understand where people are coming from where they say that because the show is called Maul. Like you want maybe like Maul versus Daki at the end, something like that.
yeah,
But I mean, you have the Empire show up what episode 5 or 6, like mid
yeah,
halfway through the season, and in the back of your mind, you're like, are they going to? And it was unfortunately spoiled for me. I knew like he was going to show up, but there could have been a good chance Vader still wasn't going to show up. And you're kind of thinking that, and I thought, I mean, the way he's revealed, I thought was awesome. I
yeah. It
mean,
was perfect.
and it like I
Did
also really like that he didn't talk.
Yeah, that's
I
perfect. And that's a concern of mine moving forward. Is I don't know how they're going to do that unless they use like really good AI or an impressionist
Yeah, the
because he's not
Fortnite
around.
AI.
Yeah, the Fortnite AI. Oh my god. Um, I don't. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with James Earl Jones being gone because it doesn't
I
like.
mean, if they use the AI for Fortnite, they could use it again. I prefer them not to. I'd rather
I
just
just
get
don't.
someone that kind of really sounds like him and it's not too distracting, or just don't have Vader talk when he shows up and he could have minor appearances like this. Like,
Yeah, but I can't imagine that character's never going to get like a major speaking role again, especially if they want to make like a Kenobi season 2 or something.
yeah, I mean, if
It's
that's the case, then you're gonna have to either maybe try to pull archive footage that you have build up and piece it together, or
I
get an
I do
impressionist, or just use the AI.
I do think we're at a point with AI where, especially for a company like that, they probably could work it to sound pretty well. Um, and
The
like
issue
James
is,
Earl
and I
Jones.
agree with it, is that you're just like it's a dead guy, and you're just gonna use AI for that, and just the morality of it in
Yeah,
the
that
end.
is. Yeah, I I don't know what you do. I don't, well,
But
okay, then does the morality come into question with the Leia thing in Rogue One or Tarkin? Like, do you feel that that applies to that?
I mean, like yes and no. Like yeah, I mean, in the new Alien movie that came out in 2024, they had like an AI dupe of a character, and people like it's just weird. It also just depends on. I mean, it really all depends on what the estate agrees to do too.
Yeah,
So like,
yeah.
while I don't agree they should do it for James Earl Jones, if his family's like,
Okay
please
with
do
it.
it, then
Yeah,
what like. is Disney going to say no if like their family's like this is like I don't think they'd actually say this, but like this is him like still living on, still being prominent
Yeah,
in this
carrying the
role.
legacy through the character. They
Yeah,
might try and spin it as.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where I stand on that. I think ideally you get an impressionist that can pull it off. Like the guy in the Hans in the Indiana Jones game that did Harrison Ford was perfect.
Yeah, I'm
So if
sure
you
you
can,
can get someone too, and plus the voice is also a little distorted anyway
yeah, it is
because of the
mechanical.
suit. So
So you could fudge it around to do that.
I would say you could get Hayden to do it, but I don't. It wouldn't. I don't think so.
No,
Unless you
he
have
still
more
has to
scenes
sound
of
like
like the
Vader.
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Nah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I thought the finale was like I give them both like what overall. What do you give the show? I give the show like a 9.93 out
I
of
was gonna say
10.
like a 8 or 9. Like I think there's, and I'm glad like, and like it's good that they're like 20-minute episodes, 25-minute episodes. Because I was gonna say like, I don't feel like there's ever a point in the show where it like dragged. I
Yeah,
do like I could have went without like the only like side plot that I didn't really care for was Lawson and his son, but like it wasn't really like I understand why they put it in for his character,
yeah. I mean, it built. He's definitely
but
still alive. I don't think he's dead.
Lawson,
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I guess because you don't see you
yeah.
if you don't see
That's what
someone
I.
die nowadays, that's you just have to be like, all right, they're coming back somehow.
Yeah, I mean, you have to imagine that's the intent behind killing him off in the fog, that he can come back maybe as a prisoner in the Empire, and they get him down the line at some point.
But
But
I thought the ending was done very well. Like we talked about earlier, Maul basically sacrificing Daki. And dude, even that fight, like Daki was holding his own bit, but I don't. Vader wasn't really going full out. But then when
yeah,
Vader started like hashing at him and showing the power, and then
it was
ultimately
over.
killing him, yeah. A lot of people were like upset that Maul got like kind of manhandled by Vader, but
He should.
what what did they expect? He lost to the 11th brother. And that, like he wasn't like he's not
He
this.
also.
He's
I mean,
powerful, but he's not like the best Sith Lord in the world.
yeah. They also set it up that he was injured with the legs, like,
Yeah,
and I think people forget like those are connected to his nerves. So he feels that pain whenever he gets stabbed there. So like, yeah, he was not at 100%, and he was put through a lot in the last like 4 episodes of that show. So you know, it makes and Vader's Vader. Like this is 24-year-old Vader, like in his prime as far as like in the suit. So
yeah. I
it
mean, I
makes
know Maul's
sense.
a lot different as a character, but he also lost to Padawan Obi-Wan. It's not like he's
And he lost to Ahsoka.
manhandled. Yeah, so I think it's a little crazy to be like, oh, I wanted Maul to put up more of a fight. I think that would have just taken away from Vader and his power
Yeah,
in the end.
yeah. I mean, you could argue the 3v1 advantage, but even then, like Vader with the Force, he was still using everything around him to make sure that nothing happened to him. Like he still evaded and blocked everything. So
Yeah, and he
I
wasn't
don't
even
have a
going all
problem with
out.
that. Yeah, he wasn't. Not until he started using two hands on Daki and powering him down and killed him. That was when he
Yeah.
went all out. So yeah, I thought it was a really good ending. The Vader stuff was perfect. They handled all the things they do terrible in Star Wars right now. The one thing they do is they handle Vader the right way. At least in my
Yeah,
opinion, I think they do.
I don't think they've really
Yeah,
portrayed him poorly yet.
yeah, they do a good job with that. Uh, I feel like there was more debate questions for the show. You kind of hit that. I was going to mention the Maul power scaling with Vader thing. Um, I don't know. Do you have anything else on that?
Um no, I think we hit a lot of the high points. Like I said, I like
You know what?
seeing these different planets and their view of the Empire and whether or not they trust them or not. But what
Yeah,
were you gonna say?
I will say, like, if Filoni plans on taking over the movie and live action scene, give Whitwer the keys to everything animation. Like, let him run the show because he understands the product and the story more than I think anybody in their building. And he's so good if you watch interviews articulating what he thinks and the points that he makes. and it translates to the shows. Like you could tell this show was planned out start to finish. Like from episode 1, like they knew where this was ending, and it's crazy because it's such a low. If you think about what they really were doing in this show, all they were doing is getting off the planet. It's a pretty low stakes like quest
Yeah, they
they're
don't really
on.
even like. It's set.
Yeah,
It's on this planet the whole time.
yeah. It's a low stakes quest from start to finish for Maul, for Docky, for Devin. Like the guy with the highest stakes is Lawson, and he loses that when they call in the Empire. So like, and it's such a good story that stays within itself. You can tell how planned out it is. I give that all to Whitwer. I think he's so good at what he does. Like I just give him the keys, let him build stories, and just let the guy run, let him cook.
Yeah, and I do like that the story was more contained.
Yeah,
Obviously, you have Vader show up, but it's not like you need
but it
all
made
these
sense.
like universe characters showing up for it to be
Yeah.
good or to give you that hype moment.
Mm-hmm. I thought it
But
was great.
the one thing we didn't like the animation. It's
Really good.
similar to Clone Wars, but I think it's I like it more on
Yeah,
arguably.
I mean it's the same style, but it keeps getting better and better every time they
And the
release
way
a new show.
the the way they use color in the show, I thought was really great
Yeah,
compared to Clone Wars. I mean, Clone Wars still is very good animation, but it's just this feels like Clone Wars, but it doesn't at the same time in terms of what I'm visually seeing.
yeah. Um, it's just everything feels like a painting in the Clone Wars animation, like a really nice painting, and I really like it. Like I remember when season 7 came out in Bad Batch, I remember seeing that and thinking like everybody thought it. The animation has improved so much, and now we look at Maul, and it's I mean even the lightsaber fighting with like when they wield the blades, it's almost like I don't even know what you call it. I don't want to say shards, but they're like flames that almost come off the blade that clash with
Yeah.
each other as they're fighting. It's really well done. It fits the theme of the show. Yeah, they've come a long way with animation. If you look back at season 1 or the movie to now, 20 years later, it's crazy.
Dude, the movie looks terrible
Yeah,
compared to this. The one
compared to
thing I'll
yeah,
say, like you brought up the Vader cop out earlier, I don't want to see Vader in season 2.
yeah. I don't
I
think you
feel like
need to.
then I think then you might. Are we going to see the Emperor some in some capacity though? Do you think? Because we did get a glimpse of him.
No, because I feel like if you see the Emperor, if he sees Maul, like if they're in the same room, Maul should not survive.
Yeah,
There's no way he gets out of that. And he would also like emotionally break down instantly. So I don't know. I would like to see the show. I don't know who knows how long the show goes. If it goes 3 seasons, I think it's probably going to go 3.
I
I
think
would like to
3 would be a good max. You don't want to like. I don't think you want to milk
milk
it
it.
too much.
I was just going to say I would like even if it's in the epilogue of it in the last episode, I would like to see it end at Solo, where he takes over and maybe you get an animated Kira. Like I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
So end it there for me. I don't think I need to see Vader again, or at least not in season 2.
If you see him again, then like I think you're getting to like oh they're just bringing in Vader to get people interested, and we just saw it.
Yeah,
Like I don't. You're gonna get the same result. He'll
and
just kill someone else probably.
yeah, and too, like he goes after Maul twice and Maul escapes twice. Like
Yeah,
you don't want to devalue Vader's efficiency by
I
bringing him
agree.
back and they lose. So that's that. Um, I, I don't know. I mean, I give the show like a 9 out of 10, 9.3. Honestly, like I'm really high on the show. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I'd give it like I think like 8.5, which
Okay,
I mean,
it's still a great score for a show. Um, do you want to? We got Mando and Grogu coming out tomorrow. We're both seeing it tomorrow separately, but we're
yeah.
seeing it. Um, let's, I guess, go through that real quick. Do you want to?
What do you
Um,
think of real quick? What do you think of
tomorrow at the time of
with
recording this, I should say. Whenever we get this up, might be different. It might already be out. But go
when
ahead.
what do you think of early reactions?
I'm gonna be.
I'm not surprised to be honest. It's kind of what I expected.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have avoided every reaction online because I don't want an opinion shaping mine. The only reaction I've seen is Hat Guy say that it's a good introductory movie for Star Wars besides A New Hope if you want to start watching. Besides that, I have not looked at anything because I don't want to be influenced. So I really can't even comment. But
Do
I've
you
seen
want?
people
I
say,
mean, I guess I
I've
won't say
seen
it then.
you can go ahead. I
I don't
mean,
have
I've
any
seen
spoilers. It's
yeah, you
just
can go ahead. I mean, I've seen it's a 58% Rotten Tomatoes. I've seen people say it's like a 6 to 6.5 out of 10, which is about what I expected. So
I've
I
seen some
expect it
people
to be
say. Go ahead, finish up.
no. I was just gonna say like I expect it to be somewhere around as good as Attack of the Clones or Solo for me. So
Yeah, it's either a lot of people are like, oh, it's like the worst Star Wars movie ever made. I don't think we're gonna get that.
it can't be.
I've seen a lot of people say it's not great. One review said if you like season 1 and 2, you're really gonna like it. Which, I mean, if that's how it is, then yeah, it should be good. But I've seen other reviews that it's fun. Which, I mean, all I need with this movie really is entertainment. I before this movie, like before seeing it tomorrow, I was expecting like a 6 out of 10. I'm not expecting anything above
Yeah,
like a
it's still
7, to
around
be
that.
honest.
Now,
But
and I will say now I'm very careful with who I take my opinions from online. Like, there's been tweets out there, and then I look at the guy, and he works for like the Daily Wire or something, and I'm like, well, they don't. They all think it's like a certain way Star Wars. I'm not going to take that for fact or whatever. And then the opposite too. There's people that will blindly dick suck it or whatever until and it's just like
the Filoni guys,
yeah. And I like Filoni, and I like I want to be positive about it, but I'm not going to let that influence how I feel. So
let me see. I think the last time I saw was it's
I saw 58% Rotten Tomatoes yesterday.
yeah. I don't like fully take Rotten Tomatoes into
I don't
account.
either.
I saw that apparently the box office. The latest I saw was 160, but I'm not like opening
For
weekend. But
opening weekend,
I'm not seeing that anymore. I'm still seeing like
that's a
90 to
lot.
100. Well, let's real like for Mandalorian. What do you think Filoni, Disney cares more about? The reviews or the box office? Because I think they care more about the box office.
What do I Filoni? What does he care
Just in
about?
general, what do you think they would take a win out of this? Because I think this movie, like we've talked about before, is like the fate of Star Wars long term in theaters. I think this movie has a pretty heavy hand in it.
I think they would take box office
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
because
I think they
box
care way
office will
more about that.
determine like
If people are going,
the movie could be amazing, but if it makes 400 million, it's not going to move any needles. Money moves needles. So,
dude, I don't know. I think they're looking for more than that.
well, I know I'm just saying as an example. I think they're going to hit 600
I mean, the
million.
budget was only apparently 160,
I think they're going to
165,
yeah, I
but
think
I
they're
don't
going to
know
hit
if that's
6.
including the marketing too.
Yeah, who knows? It's a lot of marketing for
I
this
think
movie.
650 would be a win.
I think that's what they'll get. That was my prediction last episode we did. I think I said between 6 to 650. I think they're going to hit. I'm standing on that. I think they're because I think Superman did around that, and I said it's going to beat all three of movies from last year.
I think it should be definitely Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts is only like 350, I think, or
Yeah, it's going to
400.
beat Thunderbolts. It's going to beat Cap. I think it's going to beat Fantastic Four, and I think it's going to really toe the line with Superman.
Let me see. It needs to make about 400 to be profitable.
It's going to do
But
that.
I think it should get to 400. I don't
Dude,
think
if it
they'll
gets
take
to
that as a
100
big
opening
win.
weekend, there's no question. No question.
Yeah, I mean they're releasing this perfect time because you honestly have a lot of big movies coming out in a couple of weeks. So.
Yeah, it's good that it's the first one. Because like if it came out after Spider-Man or Odyssey, like I don't think it would do as well.
Well, yeah, those two obviously. I mean, Supergirl. I
Yeah,
don't think
that
it's going to
too.
be the biggest movie, but that comes out in a month. You got a couple. You got a couple heavy hitters coming out. So to
Yeah.
get Grogu out of the way. Are you going to
Yeah.
get a bucket?
If they're there, if people didn't buy them up already, I'll probably grab one. And it depends how
I
much they
think
are.
that'd
If
be
they're like
weird.
$50 buckets, I'm not gonna get the AT-AT, but I'll probably get the Grogu bucket or the bust if it's there with the light up stuff and the music. So
You're going
we'll
to get the
see.
bust?
If it's there and it's if it's not $60, I think it's like 30 or something.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, if it's like that, I'll probably grab it.
Oh, Disclosure Day comes out June 12th. I
And
didn't know it was that
Backrooms comes
close.
next week too, the 29th.
Dude, I don't think Backrooms is gonna kill Mando, but I think it's gonna make a good amount of money.
I think it will too. I don't think movies like that can kill the big IPs. Like I don't see that being a thing.
No, but
But
I
they're
mean,
gonna make
Mando.
money.
I think Mando's got a month alone, and then you get Disclosure Day, Toy
Supergirl and
Story 5,
oh yeah,
Supergirl, Minions, Moana. Yeah,
Moana.
it's got a month and a
It's a
half.
big summer.
Yeah, and that's without Spider Man.
Yeah. Spider-Man's not
But
getting an IMAX screening, right?
no, I think
That's so annoying. I can't believe it's not.
no. I thought Spider Man was, but Doomsday isn't.
Doomsday's not. I think they're both. Let me look it up. Is Spider-Man getting IMAX? I
It might not because of the Odyssey.
is not getting
No,
standard
it's not.
IMAX release during its initial run, but it will screen in IMAX internationally. Yeah, because of the Odyssey.
You might get it in
Damn.
like Dolby at
How did Marvel get
AMC.
fucked over twice?
Dude, I mean, I don't know how that works. How they reserve it, because like Spider Man's gonna make more money than the Odyssey, but obviously Christopher Nolan probably has a lot of weight in the IMAX
Yeah.
scene. So
Yeah, because that movie's using strictly IMAX cameras too. So
yeah, that might inflate it a bit.
yeah, that moves the needle for who gets that.
I'm sure Dune 3 is also similar, but they might have had the release date solidified
Yeah,
earlier
because
or something.
Marvel did delay it initially. So
Still waiting on that trailer too. I guess we're gonna.
oh yeah, I guess
I
we
kind
won't
of
get it till what
probably.
Odyssey
I don't know,
probably.
Spider Man now.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Maybe this weekend. Surprise trailer.
You think in front of Mando?
No.
No, I think
I think we would have
they
heard
would
about
put
it
it in
by
front of.
now.
I think they would put it in
Spider
front of.
Man probably.
Yeah, yeah, because they would want to make their own money. They're not gonna put it in front of.
I just can't believe because it's been over a month since that whole
Yeah, I can't believe
CinemaCon,
that has not leaked or anything.
and I feel like people are still gonna be hyped when it drops, but the hype is not gonna be the same as it
Yeah,
was that day.
they definitely fumbled on the hype for that, but it is what it is.
Did you want to quickly go over Mando, or
Go
did you just want to kind of like I
what
don't
the
know you talked
show?
about Mando. I mean, I think we both have the same opinion about the show. I think season 1 and 2 are some of the best, definitely the best
Yeah,
Disney Star Wars content, and then I think season 2 had the perfect ending, personally, and I think this movie could have been season 3, in a sense,
yeah,
and him getting him back.
they should have just done. If they were gonna do season 3 like they did, they should have kept them separate and not reunited them in Book of Boba. And it should have just been a show about Mando's withdrawal and struggle away from Grogu. And even if at the end of 3, if you want to give him back to Mando or do it in this movie, I think that's better than what they did. But
I think if they gave him back at the end of 3 and then let in the movie, that would have been fine. That would
yeah,
have been
I
good.
agree. I agree. I think I just think ending season 2 where you ended it and how you ended it, and then reversing that in a separate show in 2 episodes, and then starting your season 3 like nothing happened is stupid.
With the show, like Book of Boba, I think that's when Mando just started to also take a dip when it started to become this Marvel universe, and you're just trying so desperately to kind
The
of
Mandoverse thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
And that's with a lot of streaming shows now. Like I just finished up The Boys, and it's like that they're setting up prequels. Like all these streaming shows that get big are just green lighting prequel, sequel, spin-off shows that
the
are
Sheldonverse.
taking are taking away
Yeah,
from the actual show that you've been watching for X amount of years, and you're just
yeah,
like, I want to watch these characters grow and
yeah,
develop. So, I mean, yeah, season 3, if it didn't exist, I think Mando would be a lot more highly rated and regarded in terms of best Star Wars projects ever, even.
yeah. Season 3 really made it take a nosedive on people's lists, and it's
I
a
mean,
shame.
like you have a whole like you're throwing Lizzo in there, like
Yeah, it's stupid. And that doesn't even bother me as much as like the Grogu thing does, because it was such a good thing they had going, and they just reverse it into a different show and totally go back on what they wanted to do. And I can respect like it's almost like the No Way Home kind of thing where you kind of reset the story to go back to the character's roots. So I can kind of like respect that intention, but doing it the way they did it for Mando, not No Way Home, I think is pretty lame.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But I still think it's a
Yeah.
great show. The first two seasons are awesome.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I'll never forget that the last episode of season 2 also. Like obviously a lot of it's Luke and it's not have to do with Mando, but even the emotion in that scene
Yeah,
of Mando saying goodbye takes the helmet off.
yeah,
Like that's when
that's
I
the
feel like
thing.
the
Like they
show
make it
like you felt this actual emotion from the show and then they kind of just step on it
yeah,
and
they
like you
make
said
it
Book of Boba
mean
Fett.
nothing. Yeah, it's which for some reason Disney loves to make good Star Wars mean nothing by going back on it. So
Well, yeah, unfortunately, and it's not necessarily Disney's fault. With season 3, you're not going to have a season without Grogu after how much money that baby makes.
yeah, that's the problem. I wouldn't even have minded if it was a split story between the two, and half of the season, you know, the episodes are still in a flow, but the episodes are split where it's Luke and Grogu and the training in one episode, or half the episode, and the other half, they're cutting back and forth. The other half is Mando, and it leads to them converging at the end again. Like I think that would have been a fine way to execute it. Still get your Grogu screen time and market the shit out of him, and still make your money. But to throw him back in his hands in a different show, and the whole season is about them two together, like it wasn't really well done.
I
So
was about to say like when you said split in half, I was like, why not see Luke training him? People would
yeah,
love to see that. You get Luke back, so you have that. You
hmm
have people watching for Luke. You have your Grogu fans, please, and then you have the people that want to see the Mandalorian be the Mandalorian
do
for half
you
a season or so.
this is something I've been looking at the last. I mean, this has been a fan cast for years, but I've really been diving into it the last like day or so. Um, would you want to see if they did Luke for a season like that? Do you want to see him in the CGI like they did with the de aging and all that, or do you think they should just cast Sebastian Stan for a season?
Uh,
Because that's been a fan cast for a decade.
I mean, I don't want the CGI if it's a full season. I thought the guy that stood in for him honestly looked a lot like him,
Yeah, yeah.
but
Would
I
you
don't
want
know
that
how his
style
real
for
like.
a season?
You're saying someone else playing Luke,
No.
or
So whatever they did in Book of Boba, I think it was a stand-in. They CGI morphed his face on. They de-aged. They did all that tech. Would you rather have that for a full season or like a Sebastian Stan step in and just
well,
act
I
it
definitely
out?
would rather have Sebastian Stan, but I was saying like the guy who did the stand-in without the CGI kind of like looked like
Oh
Mark
yeah,
Hamill a decent amount.
yeah.
I was saying I don't know what his acting chops like are fully like.
hmm
If he was pretty good at it, I wouldn't even mind him doing it. But I wouldn't mind Sebastian Stan do. I mean, we already saw someone else play Han Solo. I don't care if we see someone else play Luke. Like at
Yeah,
some
and
point,
I
it's going to have to happen.
yeah,
Mark
especially if
Hamill's
you want
not
to
getting
carry
any younger.
stories. And Carrie Fisher's gone, so you
Yeah,
have to
and I
have a
mean,
step in.
I wouldn't mind a show. I mean, we talked about it. You can do an animated show, and you don't have to worry about technically casting someone else.
hmm
But why? Like, this is easy money. Like, if you're like, Star Wars is very up and down right now. If you want to get a project that people are at least going to watch, I mean, Kenobi's mixed reviews, but people watched it.
And that had great marketing too. They marketed the shit out of that show.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
I mean,
they were going on Jimmy Fallon. No other project gets
yeah,
the hat. I mean, maybe Pedro does, but like the other projects don't really get that.
yeah.
So
So I mean, I think you could easily do that still, but I don't I don't think they will.
yeah, I agree. I agree.
But we'll see. I mean, at a certain point, you might see it, depending on the direction we go. I would prefer it to be animated. I think the Luke show, just because
Yeah, I'd rather
why
it be
we
like a
haven't really seen it.
Tails thing
I
or
mean, that
whatever.
leak that we talked about last time. I don't know if that happened, I'd watch it.
Yeah, no, yeah, it'd be awesome. It'd be
So
really well done. So I would be down for that. I think that'd be really cool to do an animated, maybe of the original trio. You could throw Chewie in there, just flush out like the story 5 years after Return.
what do you want to
So
see most in this Mando movie before you like your last like? What do you want to see the most? If the movie sucked, But this happened, and you walked out of the theater and be like, you know what, it was worth it. For me, it would probably be like Grogu actually wielding a lightsaber and
I was gonna
actually
say,
actively fighting someone. I don't even care how stupid it's gonna look.
I want to see Grogu wield the lightsaber and say, "May the Force be with you 3000."
In a
um,
deep voice.
yeah.
But I'll
No,
say guy.
I think I'm beginning to think they don't do either. But I think you're getting a Mando movie, and if this is the only one you get, I think you got to pay off with him either saying his first word or holding a lightsaber. You got to do one of the two.
What do you think his first word would be? If it's like some BS like dad, bro, I'm gonna walk out.
That would be funny. I don't. I don't know. Like, what would he?
It has to be like "May
Jedi?
the Force be with you" if he actually says something.
I don't know.
As corny as it would be, I'd rather him say that than be like father, because he obviously sees him as a father
Yeah.
figure.
I don't know. Maybe they end up on Coruscant and he sees the temple and he says home or something. Like, I don't know what the hell.
If he
I
has
don't
a
know what you would
Tatooine and say he hates sand.
say. Yeah. I don't know what he would say. But he's got to do something. They have to progress that character and show why he holds value. He can't just be a toy anymore or a cute
Yeah, I
little.
mean, you have to do something different. This is year 7 of
Yeah.
him just being this cute baby. He can still be cute and marketable, but still doing something other than.
Yeah, you have to progress the character a little bit here and move the needle on him. Give him, because if he comes out of this still just a cute toy, people are gonna really lose interest on Grogu, and I hold on to that. Like I like Grogu more than 99% of people. Obviously, you guys joke about that, but like if he doesn't do anything in this movie, what's there to really care about besides him just being cute?
Also, like you said, hold value, and he obviously can use the Force, but I want to see him with a lightsaber.
Do you want him jumping
Even
around
if he
like
just,
Yoda?
I guess that's what you have to do. Even if he just powers it on and like holds it or something, like
Yeah.
where he's gonna
What if
get the
that's like the end
lightsaber,
of
I
the
don't
movie
know.
cliffhanger
He
for
brings it
season
over to him.
four?
Mando just looks at him, and it
Yeah.
lights up in title card credits. That would I wouldn't like that,
Yeah. It'd be weird.
because I don't know if they're gonna fully do a season 4. They might wait to see how this progresses and
Yeah.
how the reception is. If they do a season 4, it's got to be it.
Tell you what,
It's
if
got to
this
be
hits
it.
650, they're greenlighting a season four the next fucking day. There's no way.
If that's true, then I mean that's fine. But I think you got to end it at 4. Like, especially unless you or even do a time jump. I know people aren't gonna love that Grogu's not fully Grogu anymore, but I don't know how long it's
I
gonna
don't want
take
to
for
see an
him to
older
be
Grogu.
super aged.
I don't really want to see an older Grogu. I don't
What
think you
about like
need
a
it.
teenage one with like a little peach fuzz on a little
Yeah, I don't.
mustache?
Well, because you also would have to age Mando 50 years unless you get rid of that character and just do a solo Grogu story. But
I know. I thought about that after I said it.
there's,
I don't know how long it's gonna take for
there's,
him to get to
yeah, like is he gonna hit a growth
like.
spurt and be a teenager by 100 years old or something? But
Yeah, I don't know how that
the
works.
you know the other thing too that I think Star Wars benefits from is they're really good at creating mystique behind characters. Yoda, you don't know the species name. His name is only Yoda. You never see a young Yoda, and then you end up seeing a young Yoda with Grogu. Like I don't need to see an older Grogu. I know what that looks like with Yoda, and I also would like to let that like. Part of me also questions like, do I want Grogu to say a word? Because like I kind of like the mystique of him not being able to do that yet.
I mean,
So
yeah, I get what you're saying, but I feel like him not saying anything is just for the cute factor. So,
it
like,
is, it is,
he
yeah,
doesn't have to say a full sentence, but say something, or wield the lightsaber, one or the other. I think at this point, what else could he do other than that? That is progressing him.
yeah.
I
That's
feel like
really
those are
it.
your only two
Because
logical.
he already saved the season in 3. Like he saved everybody, so he already
Yeah,
completed like that type of accomplishment. So now your only step is making him grow as like his life cycle or whatever. So
but we'll
yeah, I
see.
don't know. Um, I'm good on that. If you are, I'm pretty
Yeah,
squared
I'm good.
away. All right. Um, so Mando Grogu comes out for us tomorrow. I don't know when this is going to go
We'll
up,
try to
but
get
we'll
out
try to get him up
a
soon.
quick review of it too.
Yeah.
Got to work our schedule around that.
Maybe Friday or something we can till that. I don't know. Oh, you have the Phillies game, right?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. All right. We'll figure it out. But all right, everybody, thank you for watching. Maul review, little Grando, Mando and Grogu preview. And we'll get you guys in the next one.